tissue paper. Hey friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and I sell them hopefully for a profit. Today is Tuesday, August 6th rather, and these are 3 items I sold in the last 24 hours. I have a gross sales amount of $90.20. I sold a pair of Crocs. These are little black ballet flats. They have an average sale price of $18.50, but only a 19% sell-through rate. So I did sell these a little on the lower end of the average at $16 on Poshmark. That's okay with me. However, I apparently spent $5 on them, which I don't know. I don't usually spend $5 on something unless I comp it. And I apparently didn't comp those because at 19%, I don't think I would have spent $5 on something. Anyway, I make mistakes. It happens. I'm okay with it. Let's see. Oh, I forgot I was gonna do that. That's okay. All right. What am I telling you? I spent $5 on them. They apparently were only listed for a week. I don't remember listing them a week ago. But my profit's $7.08. Since they are they sold on Poshmark, I can use any priority shipping supplies that I need. And I usually ship clothing in Tyvek's. Usually I honestly would ship shoes in a box. They just felt like they would be, I don't know, they just felt too small for a box. I think they'll be fine. I ship shoes and poly mailers pretty frequently, so. All right. I sold a top. I think it's pretty. It's very like white, has a dolman sleeve, the lace detail. It has a lace panel down the back, super pretty, very like boho and feminine, and I don't know. I'm not good at keywords, so don't take my word for it. The brand is Lane Bryant. Should I show you the label? I don't know. It's something I buy a lot. Lane Bryant is a plus size brand, and the sell-through rate isn't, or not the sell-through rate, actually both. The average sale price and the sell-through rate isn't fantastic, but I personally have a good sell-through rate with this brand. That was what I forgot to look up a few minutes ago. So Lane Bryant tops, and I added lace to the search, has an average sale price of $12.56. So, and a 10% sell-through rate. When I'm looking up the sell-through rate, I look on eBay's product research tool, which is in your seller hub if you have an eBay store. And there's just a tab at the top that says research. And then the percentage is based on how many items are sold divided by how many items are sold and listed over the past 90 days. So if there were 100 items listed and sold, 10% would mean 10 items had sold, and only 90, only 10 have sold and 90 are still left listed. So 10% is not a great sell-through rate at all. However, what I forgot to do was the math. I have 19 items sold and 14 still listed now, if I remember correctly from a few minutes ago, which is more than a 50% sell-through rate, which is fantastic, in my opinion. With this brand, that's my own personal sell-through rate. So I think there's more to sell-through rate There's more than just sell-through rate and comps when deciding to buy an item. Personal experience, gut feeling sometimes, the condition, cost. There's all sorts of things that go into deciding whether or not to source an item, in my opinion. I bought this at the Bins, which is the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. I bought it over a year ago, 13 months to be exact. And I spent $2. It's my average cost. So my profit, I didn't tell you what it, here, let me tell you what it sold for first. It sold on eBay. I had it listed for $19.86. They used my 15% off coupon plus shipping. They paid a total of $22.83. My profit's $13. Even. That's crazy. All right. So this is actually a really good sale. And honestly, I undersold it. But not too bad, and I'm not sad about it. Okay, I'm gonna have to, I'm not gonna package it up here, although I am just gonna put it in a poly mailer. But it's a sheet, and it is a 100% linen sheet, and it's just a top sheet. But I have not, like, I need to fold it nicely, because I, like, just shoved it in this bag. I can't, is this it? Okay. So here is, the brand is Parachute, and yeah, it says 100% linen and California King. When I was just looking it up, I did see somebody else had written in their title West Elm. So I think maybe Parachute is a West Elm brand. I don't know that for sure. I don't know if West Elm still exists. I loved that store. Like, I never bought anything because it was not quite in my price range, but I loved all the stuff in there. Okay, anyway, Parachute linen top sheet has an average sell price of $49.09 and a 69% sell-through rate. I thought when I did my listing for it, there was only like one sold and one listed. And so I was like, one listed means, you know, one person, or one sold means one person is buying it in the last 90 days. So this might sit a bit. So I listed it at $50, and then I send out 20% off coupons, or offers rather. So I sent off the $40 offer, which would be the 20%, and they bought it. So that's great. I did actually have a lowball offer on it on Poshmark yesterday that I countered, and then they bought it for $40. I'm not sad about it at all. With shipping, they paid a total of $50.37. It's just the top sheet. It's not a full set. That it blows my mind. I mean, I know it's 100% linen, but yeah, that blows my mind. Anyway, it only took 4 days to sell. I bought it at the Bins. So I saved this from the landfill. I did average my cost as $4 at the Bins, because it is heavier, bulkier. But even with that, my profit is $33.42. So like I said, I'm not sad about it at all. I am gonna fold this up with a helper and wrap it up. I will put it in, I have a large poly mailer here because they did pay for Ground Advantage shipping. And that's it. My profit for the day, even with this, was still only $54.22, but those shoes were a low profit. Yeah, I mean, that's not quite hitting my goal, but I'm excited that I sold this because it's big and bulky and I don't want to store it. So I'm happy about that. We are, good morning. I'll be in just a second. We're doing an August listing challenge. If you don't know about that, it's just pick your own listing challenge. How many items do you want to list per day or week or just for the month? And check in below. And I did all my listings yesterday. Very, it felt like a struggle, but I got it done. And today we're gonna head off to the zoo. It is muggy and hot. So it should be interesting, but we're gonna head to the zoo, and then when I get home, I will do all my listings. I'm just realizing that the sheet matches my shirt. The like mustardy color in there. Okay. Anyway, that's my ADHD brain there. Yeah, check in below on your August goals. How's it going? Are you getting all your listings done? If you're not, there is still time. You can make it up. Add one more for the next week to make up ones that you've missed. You can do it. I have faith in you. You can do this. You've got this. All right. I usually have a question. Oh, I know what I was going to ask since we're going to the zoo. Do you have a favorite animal? If you have a favorite animal, let me know. Do I have a favorite animal? So we used to live in Cincinnati, and they had bonobos at the Cincinnati Zoo. And oh, they're like chimpanzees kind of, but different. They're, you know, an ape, primate. So cool. There were babies born like the same time I was having babies when we lived there 15 years ago, 16, 17 years ago. So it was really fun to like have a little baby and kind of, I had one really cool experience where I was sitting and watching the bonobos, and the mom, and I had my baby, and the bonobos mom brought her baby over to show me. It was really, really cute. I had forgotten about that. Holy cow. Yeah, that was a really neat experience. Anyway, I love the zoo. If you can't tell, it's, I don't know, animals are fascinating. So I think they're very cool. All right, that is all for me. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like the video if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. I do Ship With Me videos every night at 8 p.m. Eastern to show what a part-time reseller sells. So I appreciate you so much. I'll see you soon.